Welcome to our fourth lesson in the topic matrices and transformation, and this lesson we are going to cover successive transformations. You can transform an object more than one transformation. For example, you can rotate, you can reflect, you can enlarge. So we are going to look at an example here whereby we are going to reflect, rotate, and enlarge. So let's prepare our Cartesian plane. We have this is 0, we have this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's our x-axis. Then we have here, we can have 1, 2. We have minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. And here we can have minus 1, minus 2. So that is, this is y-axis. So we can make our triangle. Let's our triangle start from 1, come to 3, 2, and then we have, so let's say this is our A, this is our B, and this is our C. We are going to join these 3 points to come up with a triangle. So this is our triangle ABC. Our first transformation, we can reflect it through the line y-axis. So our A, this is a line of reflection. Our A will be reflected to this point. Our C will be 3 units from the x-axis, and our B will also be 3 units here. So this is our A, the image of A. This is the image of C, and this is the image of B. So you can give them A prime, B prime, and C prime. So we have obtained our new triangle, A prime, B prime, and C prime, after reflecting our image, our object, to our new image, which we can call image 1, after that transformation. Now we are going to rotate this triangle through an angle of positive 90 degrees. Positive 90, we normally use anti-clockwise direction. So we have here, we can add minus 3. So when you rotate A through an angle of positive 90, we will get our point there. C will come to this point, and our B will be, so this is our A, this is our C, and our B, we have, it will be 2 units from C, so this is where we have our B. So we join the 3 points to come up with the second image of the second image after transforming it through a positive of 90 degrees of our first image. We now have our third figure, which is a transformation of the first image. So we have rotated through an angle of 90 degrees, positive 90. So we label this is A double prime, B double prime, and C double prime. So this is our image 2. And then now we are going to do our other transformation, whereby we are going to enlarge this. So our enlargement factor is minus 1.5, and our center of enlargement, let's take 0 and minus 1. So let's see what happens to our second image after we enlarge it through an angle, or through enlargement factor minus 1.5 and center of enlargement 0.0 and minus 1. So this figure will be on the other side of, opposite side of our second image. Our new image, after we enlarge this, here is our, it is our B, for our B prime, our B, not B, our joint points, our Now, this is our new triangle. Enlarging image, our new image. So that you understand transformation. Object of that image, that object. Let us do an example. Form the unit square through matrix A, which is 0, minus 2, minus 2, 0, followed by matrix 1, 0, 0, minus 1, and see what happens. But before we do that, let's call our unit square I. So when you are transforming, we normally follow this order. We say this is our object, and it is followed by, we start by matrix A, followed by B. So that is what the statement means, that we transform our unit square through matrix A, followed by matrix B. So the one that you are starting with is the one next to the image or to the object. So let us transform. We know our first matrix is A, so let's multiply with minus 2, and we have 2. That is a transformation, and our object is 1, 0 unit square, and since it is a matrix, our image will be 0 is 0, and 2 minus 2 times 0 is 0. 1 will be minus, and we have 0. Actually, it is now. Remember, this is our J, image of R and the image of J. So let's think the unit square. So that is our start origin. Let's say this is our 1. This is our 1. This is Y. This is X. So our unit square will be this. So this is our unit square. So we can say this we have I, we have K, and this is where we have J. After transformation through this, we have our new position of I, which is 0 minus 2. So this is where we have minus 1, minus. So this is where we have our I. Our J is 2 minus 1 minus 0. So this is where we have our J. If you want to know where K is, you just say this is multiply 0, 2, minus 0. You divide by the column vector K, which is minus 2. So minus 2 is minus 2. Minus 2 times 1, that will give 2. Times 1 is 0, so the minus 2. So the position K minus 2 is 2. So they have the image. And therefore, that is where we have our first image under the transformation matrix that we have been given 0 minus 2 minus 2 0. So this is our second image. You can call it 2, this is 1. So that we perform successive transformation given those two marks. We are going to example. We could say that is enough for that lesson. So here is another example demonstrating successful transformation, and we are told the following matrix represent various transformations. So we have X, we have Y, we have Q, and we have E. A triangle ABC has the vertices A11, B31, and C33. Show on the grid provided triangle ABC and the images and the combined transformation E, Q, Y, X. So this one we read X, Y, Q, E. So if we say this is our triangle, then we say we start with X, we move to Y, we go to Q, and finally we go to E. Before we draw our we can start by plotting our triangle. So we have that is the starting point. So we can have 2, 4, 6. So that's our triangle. That's our x-axis. We have 2, we have 4, we have 6. So that's where we have our 6. So this is our y-axis. Then negative side we have -2, -4, -6. So that's our negative side of y. Then we have -2, -4, and -6. Our triangle we are given, first point is at 1, 1. So that's where we have our A. We have our B at 3, 1. So this is where we have 3, 1. So that's how we have B. And C is at 3, 3. 3, 3 is there. So this is our C. So we plot that triangle and see how it looks like. So let's start with the triangle first. That is our object, and we label our axis. So this is 2, this is 4, this is 6. So this is our x-axis. This is 1, this is 2, this is not like that. Let's put this is 2. Of course, this is 0. This is 4. This is 6. That's our y-axis. On the negative side, we have this is -2. This is -4, this is -6. Then the other side we have -2, -2. We have -4, we have -6. Our triangle is 1, 1. So 1, 1 is there. Our A. Our B is 3, 1. Our 3, 1 is there. So that is our B. Then our C is at 3, 3. So that's our C. So we join the 3 points. That is not the position of C. Our C is at 3, 3. So that's where we have our C. So let's join these points to come up with triangle ABC. So this is our triangle ABC. And then we plot our triangle, the image after transformation. So our A prime is at 1, -1, which is that point. 3 -1 for B. 3 -1. So this is our A. This is our B. And our C is at 3 -3. 3 -3. That is our place for C. So we join these 3 points to come up with our first image. So triangle ABC prime, which you can clearly see it is a reflection through the line x-axis, or y is equals to 0. Now, we have another matrix which for us, which is y. So we are going to multiply this matrix by the matrix of our new image. So we have 0. We have minus 1. We have minus 1, and we have 0. So we have our matrix, this one, which is 1, minus 1, 3, minus 1, 3, minus 3. So when we multiply that, we find that 0 times 1 is 0, minus 1 times minus 1 will be positive 1. So you will find that this will change, the row will be 1, 1, 3. Then we come to the second row, and then we have minus 1 times 1 is minus 1. So generally, we introduce a minus sign to that row. So this will be minus 1, minus 3, and minus 3. So what you need to note here is this will be our second image. So this is A prime, B prime, double prime, and C double prime. So this is our A prime, our first image, B prime, and C prime. So let's go ahead now and plot the image that we have transferred to see how it looks like. Now, here we have 1 minus 1. So 1 minus 1, it means our A double prime will be point of A prime. 1 minus 3 will be there. So our A is here. This is double prime. Our B double prime is there. I slide it properly. So this is our B. And our C will be at 3 minus 3. So 3 minus 3 is where we have our C prime. So this is our C double prime. So we are going to join the 3 points so that we have the triangle of the second image. So this is our triangle, the second image, which we can clearly see it is a reflection through the line y is equals to minus x, as we had covered. So this is y is equals to minus x. This one was a reflection in the line x-axis, or that is x-axis, or y is equals to 0. The line y is equals to 0. Now, y is equals to 0. Now we go to the third one, which is q, our q here. So we are going to write a matrix q, which is minus 1, 0. We have 0, 1. We note what we have new here. We have 1 minus 1. We have 1 minus 3, and we have 3 minus 3 is equals to, when you multiply that, it will be 1 minus 1 times 1 is minus 1, and this will be 0. So we will generally introduce a minus sign to that row, which is minus 3. This is minus 3. Then we have 0 times 1, and 1 times minus 1. The row will remain the same, so it is minus, not minus 3, but minus 1, minus 3, minus 3. So that is our figure that we will add image. So we can identify these points. So this is our, now this is our new A, this is our B, triple prime, and this is our C. Our A is at minus 1, 1. This is where we have minus 1, 1. So that is where we have our A. Minus 1, 3 is at this point. So this is our B, and this is triple prime, and our C is at minus 3, minus 3, minus 3. So that is where we have our C triple prime. We join the 3 point that so that we can be able to see our new image. So now this is our triangle which we have obtained from the what we have found here. Finally, we go to E. This is our matrix E here. So we are going to write the matrix of E, which is 2, 0, 0, 2. We multiply by our image, which is minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 3, minus 3, minus 3. So when you multiply this, 2 minus 1 is minus 2, 0 times 1 minus 1 is 0. So generally we write minus 2, minus 2, minus 6. The other row, 0 times minus 1 is 0, 2 times minus 1 is minus 2. So we just multiply that by minus 2. So we have minus 2, minus 6, minus 6. This is our final image, which is, we can write it like that. This is my B with 4 marks, and this is our C. So we identify this point. Point minus 2, minus 2, this is where we have minus 2, is somewhere there. Minus 2, minus 6, minus 6 is there. And minus 6, minus 6, this is minus 6. This is minus 6, and that is our minus 6. So this is what we have as our image of A. This is where we have our B, and this is where we have our C. So we join the 3 points so that we brought the triangle. So this is our final image which we have obtained, and that has demonstrated clearly what is all about successive transformation, as we have seen. So this is our object, this is our first image, this is our second, this is our third, and this is our final image 4. So I hope you understood what is all about successive transformation. You can look for some questions, you try to work them out like that, or you can repeat this question and see whether you'll be able to get these objects that we have drawn in this lesson. So that brings us to the end of our lesson. I hope you have understood. If you have any question, you can let me know. Thank you for watching, and welcome to our next lesson.